Okay, so that's a very good question. So we got Mr. Don Marquez who's asking me another question. He says, "What exactly is the issue? Do you only want Colombian men to be able to pay for S work and not foreigners? Is that it?" No, that's not the issue. I'll tell you what the issue is. The issue is when you have foreign men that will travel all the way down to Colombia, unalive the women and stuff them in a suitcase. This is the third time it happens. You see this person behind me? This guy's from Britain. Third time that it happens. And the issue is having passport bros having intercourse with women in public on a balcony. It has happened 3 times. I was there one of the times when it happened with little children walking by. Don't you? And families are complaining towards the government. They were the a mob was about to form and take this guy, and they were going to do stuff to him. And I don't want to say what that word is, but you know what that word it is, because in Colombia we have something called the community massage. So I am watching out for the safety of the passport bros. That is the issue. You're doing debaucherous things in public. 3 times already it happened. You have families complaining they cannot walk out the children anymore because you are guys are overrunning the streets with your debaucherous behavior in front of nuns, in front of priests, in front of families, close by to schools. Don't you think that's wrong? So when you assault women, when you touch little people, if you know what I'm saying, when you assault our people, because I have seen that happen, both men, women, and children, and you start complaining like it's my way or the highway when you're in our house harassing us when you chose to come to our house, then we have a problem. You know what I would like for you to do? I would like for you to visit El Santuario de las Lajas. You see this behind me? This is called the Sanctuary a las Lajas. This is near the border between Ecuador and Colombia, by the border, okay, by the city of Ipiales. And guess what? They say that the Virgin Mary had appeared on a slab stone. Lajas is stones, okay, because there was a little rock quarry right there. What I would like for you to do instead of going down there and being debaucherous and disrespectful to my people and assaulting me and deleting them and touching little kids, why don't you do ecotourism with the YU peoples? You see, you know what I know what's so special about the YU? Not only are they one of the largest indigenous groups in the northern part of Colombia, but they are direct cousins to the Taino indigenous people of the Caribbean. Yes, my friends, they are the long distant cousins of the Taino of Puerto Rico, of Dominican Republic, and all the islands in the Caribbean. They most of them are even unmixed. They still speak their own form of language. I actually spoke to linguists and archaeologists from Puerto Rico, okay, who told me that the language of the YU is about 80% similar, 80% similar to the Taino language. Can you imagine that? Isn't that amazing? And you can actually go ecotourism with them. You could dance with them. You can let them stay with them. They'll show you or show you around. They'll show you the dances. They'll cook for you, and you get to participate. That's what I would like for you to do. I would like for you to go to Putumayo, which is the last department, or should I say province, before you get to Ecuador. You have people there. Some of my friends, I do have friends who are Inga Quichua. Okay, Inga are an offshoot of the Inca Empire. They're like a derivative. They speak like a dialect of the Inca language, which is known as Quechua. Okay, I had lost contact with one of my friends. She's a very popular influencer in part of South Colombia. I got to get in touch with her again. Okay, I will have you go right there. You see that? You see this nun, and you see this cacique, which is I think it's the word cacique. No, cacique is more of a northern type of dialect type of thing, but he's the tribal leader. Because they're doing outreach and stuff like that. They're very involved in the church. They're very involved in their local cultures. You can also do tourism with them. Okay, this is near Mocoa, El Salto, no, not the Angels Falls. I forgot I think it's called the Waterfall of the End of the World. You can do that by close to Mocoa. You can go to because it is the portal entrance to the Amazon. That's Andean Amazonian, meaning that's when the Amazon meets the Andean mountains. Because I'm Andean, right? Andean mountains stretch all the way from Colombia all the way down to Argentina. Okay, very mountainous region. And it covers almost the entire continent from tippy top to bottom. What I would like for you to do, I would like for you to visit Pasto, and you can visit our Carnival of Blancos y Negros. It means the carnival of the blacks and the whites. And on one day, the white people will paint themselves black, and on the other day, the black people paint themselves white to show that we are one race. Okay, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that amazing? Isn't that cultural? Because passport bros go to Colombia for culture, right? And you do understand that each region of Colombia has a different dialect, and each region of Colombia has a different way of thinking, a different way of talking, a different a mixture of ethnicities. They say each region of Colombia is like a different country. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that what you want to do? Isn't that what you want to prove to me, that you go down there for culture? I know you go down there for culture and not for women, right? I would like to invite you to La Mano del Gigante, the giant's hand. And this is the first one that actually created it. Everybody else started doing it, including Medellin. Okay? La Mano del Gigante, the giant's hand, is in Neiva. Neiva, I think, is in the Huila province. Huilense? Yeah. And they call themselves Opitas, which is a different type of ethnicity of Colombian. Because, when people go to Medellin, they see paisas. And paisas are another type of ethnicity of Colombian. But Colombia is a big country with different ethnicities. For example, my ethnicity is called Valle Caucano, means of the Cauca Valley, or Bajuno, which means valley-er. However, when I went to Cartagena and I would say, well, where are you from? I'll say Bajuno Valley-er. They say, oh, you're from Valledupar. I said, no, 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 I'm not from Valledupar, Valle del Cauca. So I have to be careful the way how I word things, because even amongst us, we can get a little bit confused at times. And for those who don't know, Valledupar is where the music of Vallenato comes from. You know the music with the accordion from Colombia? You know the popular one that they spread throughout the world by Carlos Vives? Because I'm sure that you're very cultural, right? Valledupar, the Dupar Valley. But I'm not from the Dupar Valley from the north. That's costeño territory, means coastal person. That's a different type of ethnicity, right? I'm from Valle del Cauca. I am Bajuno. I am a Valle Caucano, a person of the Valle of the Cauca Valley. Different dialect, different way of thinking, different intonation, different foods, and everything else. We have a heavy African history there, with our coastal people from the Pacific coast, which is different. Even though I am not Pacific, I am from the Andean mountain region. But because Cali is the capital of the Cauca Valley, a lot of people go there for work, especially from the Pacific coast. You can also with the Wiwa peoples, which are, I believe, they're a subdivision, the Arhuaco indigenous peoples, and they can take you to what is known as the Lost City. The Lost City is an ancient civilization, ancient ruins up in the mountains that is older than Machu Picchu in Peru, like by 3,000 years, I think. Isn't that amazing? I know you as a passport bro want to prove me wrong, that you don't go there for women only, for prostitutes, right? You all go there for culture and for music. Oh, and just to let you know, Colombia is known as the land of the 1,000 rhythms. Literally, we have like 1,000 and change different types of rhythms and songs. Okay, so when you go from one province to the next, from one town to the next, we have a different type of music. I'm sure you know that, right? I'm sure you know that, because you're definitely not going there for prostitution. You go in there for culture and not acting debaucheries in public. So when you have passport bros who go there, who bring other passport bros there in groups of 20, and you promote our country online as some type of like debaucherous nation, and you have these wild ass parties, and sometimes have minor children there, and this is why this person got deported from the country, and then when he was trying to come back in, he got deported again. He got detained and was not allowed entry because he was saying that us Colombians have low IQs. I'm sure you're not like that. And this is what bothers us. Because remember, when you ask me, what is the issue? This is the issue. This guy here, he's the issue. People like him are the issue. And people who support him are the issue. You see the person behind me? She's a Colombian influencer. She's a gender analyst. Okay. She is a feminist. All right. And I support her. You see this basilica behind me? This is El Señor de los Milagros, the Lord of the Miracles. Okay. My grandmother, when she was still alive, she used to come here for her birthday and spend the entire day there. The entire day. My mom had to sit outside because my mom grew up in a convent. All right. So I would like for you to visit El Señor de los Milagros. Is in Buga, not Buga la Grande. That's a different city. Buga, in el Valle del Cauca, the Cauca Valley. You can visit Mavicure, and this is in Guainía. Guainía is the department or the province to the east. I believe is going towards the Venezuelan, Brazilian border. Okay. All right. You have those two hills that you can climb up on. That river right there, you actually have pink river dolphins. And the river doesn't go out to the Pacific, it goes all the way to the Atlantic. You got pink river dolphins. So you can swim in the pink river dolphins. But I don't like to swim in that water because that water looks red and dark. You never know. You never. Might I offer you to go to the Cathedral of Salt, was in Zipaquirá. Zipaquirá is outside of Bogota. And I can guarantee you, everybody who's watching, if you made it this far, that Pastor Bro, he already quit. He quit 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes ago. So who are they trying to kid? Who are they trying to lie? Like Chil Capo and Don P. Who are you trying to lie? Well, I go there for culture. You don't know. The only thing you know is Medellin and the park name called Parque Lleras, which is not even a real park. You can walk from one end to the next in 5 minutes if you do like a brief walk.